Welcome back to Riding Bikes in San Diego. We are using the same footage from a few weeks ago when a driver hit me with a car. So if you haven't watched that, I'll throw a little link to it right here so you can go check that out. It's going to happen in just a few seconds. But I'm fine. I just wanted to revisit this. Here we go. Hold on just a second. Bam! I want to just revisit this for a minute with you because I'm okay. The bumps and bruises I had seem to have healed up a few weeks later. I'm feeling all right. The bike took a little bit of damage, and just for an update, I spoke to the driver. We exchanged information, and I did an assessment for how much damage was done to my bicycle. The bicycle wasn't totaled. I didn't feel like I needed like a whole new bike. But, so he Venmo'd me, a reasonable estimate for the parts and stuff I needed to repair. But that's not why I wanted to make the video today. I wanted to make the video because a week later, a few days later, less than a week, I called over to the non-emergency number for the San Diego Police Department. And I just said, like, hey, listen, I just wanted to let you know I was involved in a collision. And, there was no fatalities, obviously, I'm here. And, we worked it out, but I want you to know because I want it to be added to the stats. Every year, the city has statistics for how many collisions happen between drivers and people on bicycles, how many involve fatalities, how many were non-fatal. And I just wanted my crash to be in those numbers. I wanted them to be aware of it so that we would know. And I was told by the police that if there was no property damage and no personal damage, like where, insurance had to get involved and things like that, that they didn't care. They weren't interested. So, the only thing damaged was my bicycle. I even think his car was fine. But I was kind of shocked. I was like, so what? And I said to the person was very nice on the phone. I was like, so what you're telling me is that every time we hear about these stats, they're not accurate, right? And they're like, well, I mean, I guess you could look at it that way. So I just want you to know, next time you see stats for how many collisions there were in your neighborhood or your city or your town or county, I feel like we have to just understand reasonably that whatever numbers we're seeing are going to be low because there are people who are not reporting. There are people who are not, able to make a report. The police aren't not necessarily interested in making a report unless there's property damage involved, like public property damage, like if he had hit the pole or something. It just doesn't seem to be on their radar, and they don't seem to want to put it on their radar. I was a little disturbed by it, so, I just wanted to throw it out to you. I'll let you know about it. And, just it's disheartening to learn that, the stats we're seeing, they're likely low. And the cop asked me, hey, did they hit and run? I'm like, no, we worked it out. Like, we're adults, we're people, like, there wasn't like actual malice here. And they're like, well, we're not interested then. I'm like, well, so it seems that the crime is not actually hitting somebody with your car when you don't have the right of way. The crime would be running away from that. And then the police are interested in getting somebody who was involved in a hit and run. But, the actual hit, they didn't seem to mind. Didn't care. And that bums me out. I thought it was weird. So I thought I'd share it with y'all. But anyway, we're going to leave this footage behind and move on. But just wanted to let you know, a couple of weeks later, I'm okay. I'm good. There have been a few videos since there, and we had a bit of a hiatus only because I was kind of away for a week and didn't have a bicycle. But I did take transit all over the LA metro area, and that was pretty awesome. So I appreciate you coming along with me. The next time we're involved in something, let's think about the stats and consider that the statistics might actually be way lower than what we're aware of. I hope that helps, and we'll think about that, and we are going to drive less and ride a bike. Thanks.